Can we use these?
Yep. Yep. Time to learn from your mistakes on the unit. It's time to learn from your mistakes on the Unit 9 Systems test. Let's do this. Okay. So first thing, we need to solve a system by graphing. Okay. So what do we need in order to graph a line? We need the
y-intercept.
slope and the y-intercept. Okay, write it down if you need to. The y-intercept is a number by itself. The slope is the number, the coefficient of x. If there's no denominator, what is the denominator?
1.
1. Okay, so where am I going to start to graph that line?
1.
1. Where am I going to go from there?
Up 2 over 1.
Up 2 over 1. Okay, now I connect those points and there's my line. Okay, now I'm going to do the same thing with the red one. What is the y-intercept?
-3.
-3. What is the slope?
4 over 1.
4 over 1. Okay, are they both positive?
Yeah.
Up 4 over 1. Up 4 over 1. Oh, looks like I found my point of intersection. Some of you, believe it or not, some of you are still making the mistake of not putting it in an ordered pair the right way. The answer is 2, 5. Okay, so you lost half a point if you put 5, 2. By this point, you should not be making that mistake. Also, does 5, 2 work in both equations?
Yes.
No, but 2, 5 does, so you didn't check it.
No, I got.
Okay,
I said 2, 5.
any questions on that one?
No.
Okay? Most of you got that one right. Okay, number 2, where am I going to start on the top line?
1.
1. Where am I going to go from there?
Up 3 over 2.
Up 3 over 2. Up 3 over 2. Okay? Where am I going to start for the red line?
1.
1. Where am I? Oh, looks like I found the point of intersection. Where am I going to go from there?
Down 3 over 1.
Down 3 to right 1. Down 3 to right 1. Because it's -3, positive 1. Because if it wasn't -3, positive 1, that could be a -3 slope. Okay. You had to have both those lines and you had to have the right solution. The solution is 0, 1. Now I'll let you guys get caught up in case you're not.
What?
Okay? Anybody still need more time?
Nope.
All right. First substitution problem. What is the first step in solving by substitution?
Getting the y.
Get extra y alone. Very good. Is step 1 done for us? We really tried to make this easy for you guys. Really. Okay? Y is alone. So what am I going to do with y equals there? What am I going to do with that value? With that expression? I'm going to plug it in for what? For y. Okay, and then I write the rest of the equation as is. Let me fix that. -1/2. Whew. Okay, what do I do next?
You just do the front.
Yep, parentheses, I distribute. Okay? -6x plus 27 equals -1/2x minus 1/2, or plus -1/2. Okay. Then some of you guys forgot how to solve equations, which we've been doing for pretty much on and off all year long. Okay, what is the goal when you're solving an equation?
To get
Get the y.
To get extra y on one side and numbers on the other, right? To get it alone. Good. Okay, so what would I do to make that happen? Okay, add 6x to both sides. What is 6 plus -1/2? 5.5. If you're getting that wrong because you're adding integers wrong, you need to use a calculator. -1/2 plus 6 is 5.5. The reason I can use a decimal is a half is terminating. Now what?
Now you have to add 1/2.
Add 1/2. Good, Alex.
Good job, Rob.
Because it's a negative, so we have to add the opposite, so that makes 0. And we get 27.5 equals 5.5x.
Then you have to get the...
How do I get the excellent now?
Divide by 5.5.
Divide by 5.5. So everybody should be writing out all these steps if you missed this, which a lot of you did. So what is x? What's x?
No, really.
What's that equal? 5. X is 5.
And then we take it up to the y.
Right, and then we plug in 5 up here for x. And so we have y equals -2 times 5 plus 9. What's -10 plus 9? -1. Okay, that's how we get the answer of 5 -1.
Wait, what?
I just plugged in 5 for x,
Yeah.
which is -2 times 5 plus 9.
Oh, you plugged in the... Oh,
I can plug it into either one, but this one was a lot easier than that to plug into.
what do you mean?
If I plugged in 5 for this top equation, I'm going to get 3y equals -1/2 times 5 minus 1/2. So I'm dealing with fractions. I don't want to deal with fractions.
Oh,
Okay? Okay. Got it. Are we good?
wait.
Everybody get a chance to copy that down?
I copied this.
Yes. Trying to go at a good pace, so everybody has time. No excuses. Okay. Okay. Everybody good? All right. This was possibly the hardest one because you had to get y alone. This was the only one you had to get y alone. Only one. Okay? So why do we have to get y alone? Dusty, why do we have to get y alone? Why do we have to get y alone? Dusty, the reason we have to get y alone is so we can graph the y.
Ella, Shelley,
Okay?
Taylor, Norman, to the office, please.
All right. So the top equation, y plus 2x equals 4. How do I get y alone? I would subtract 2x first. Because 2x minus 2x is 0, so I get y equals 4 minus 2x. Is that in slope-intercept form?
Yeah.
Not exactly.
Well, like it's...
But if I change the order, do plus a negative and then change the order, now it's in slope-intercept form.
Yeah.
Okay, so that one didn't require that much work. I just had to subtract 2x from both sides. Okay, so where does that line start?
Positive 4.
4. Where do I go from there?
Up to... Oh, down to...
Down to right 1. Down to right 1. Because remember, this is -2 over +1. Okay? Does that make sense?
Yeah, but I don't know what I do.
If it's negative, you go down.
Yes. Okay. Now the second one. This one was a little more challenging. Okay? So, we have -5y minus 10x equals 20. So hopefully Dusty's writing all this down. Good. Add 10x to both sides. So we get -5y at 0 equals 20 plus 10x. Now what?
No,
Divide by -5. Now here's the thing. I'm going to take one extra step to show you guys who did not understand the looping. Okay? This is 20 over -5 plus 10x over -5. They're both over -5, so I need to break them apart. Okay? So when I break them apart, what do I get? Y equals -4 plus -2x. Good. And then if I change the order, I get -2x plus a -4.
Wait. Okay. I don't get this.
Most of you got this one wrong.
But, okay. But I did it, but then I got 2x plus 4, but then
It's -2x.
I don't even know.
Well, the top one's 2x plus 4.
Yeah.
The bottom one's -2x plus a -4.
Okay.
So I start at -4 and I go down 2 right 1 or up 2 left 1. Okay?
That's why okay.
And I end up getting, parallel lines, so there's no solution.
That's why it's okay. Because divided by 5, not 6.
Okay. If they need more time, let me give you time to make sure you got that. Got it? Anybody need more time?
Okay.
Yeah, but yours doesn't make sense because they look like they're going to cross right near the bottom there. So that's not a no solution graph. So you didn't have the right evidence to back up no solution. All right, number 5. Some of you were still asking me on the day of the test, after we've been doing this, what is the line x equals 3? Okay, we put it in our toolkit during 2 different units. Where does x equal 3? All along this vertical line. 3, 0, 3, negative 1, 3, negative 2, 3, negative 3, 3, 1, 3, 2, 3, 3. What's consistent there? X is 3. It's a vertical line.
Oh my God.
That was right after the practice test, wasn't it?
I got a half on that. Switch the solution.
Okay. Now the second one, where do we start graphing it?
-2.
Positive 2.
Positive
And we go,
over 3.
it's negative 2 over positive 3, or positive 2 over negative 3, because in both cases, a negative divided by a positive is a negative, a positive divided by a negative is a negative. Negative 2, positive 3. Negative 2, positive 3. I found my point of intersection. It is
3,
3, 0. Okay, that one was pretty straightforward, right?
I went to 3 and I went upwards.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but if you don't have work to back it up, I don't know where you got the right answer. Yeah, I know. That's what it is. All right, number 6. Substitution. This was probably the easiest substitution I thought. Yours said 12, by the way. We switched it because Bruins didn't want you to have a decimal, even though the decimal would have been pretty simple. Okay. Is step 1 done for us?
Yes.
Yes. Y equals negative x. Step 2, plug and chug. I put in for y what?
Negative.
Negative x. I replaced y with negative x because I'm substituting. Now what? Yeah, you have to do something math.
Then it's 7x plus 3 negative.
If you go into Google Classroom, there's
It's 7x plus negative
a list
3x.
of all the places you can go. 7x plus negative 3x is what?
12.
4x. Divide by 4, what's x?
12. No, 3.
Okay? Follow? What's that? What'd you do? Oh. Did you put an answer down? What? Well, that doesn't make sense because we're finding an ordered pair. Every answer is an ordered pair.
I just kind of cheated on it. I just I did it and I just wrote a different answer.
Okay, so x is 3. What's y?
Negative.
Negative x or negative 3.
Wait, where did you get the negative 3?
I plugged in 3 for x. Y equals negative x. So instead of 3, it's negative 3. Jaden, I replaced x with 3. So it's negative.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Glad we cleared that up. All right.
Yeah, it just took a little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, number 7. I'm going to replace y with negative 2x. Right? Right?
What? No. Okay, wait.
What's 5 times negative 2?
Negative.
Now what?
Add 3 to it.
Well, we don't add anything to both sides. We got to simplify before we solve. Yes, we need to simplify by adding like terms. Now what? Super. Alex is going to do a lot better in the retake, I can tell already. Negative 4.
Wait, then how come you got a bad grade on?
Okay, if x is negative 4, what do I do with that negative 4 to find y?
Plug it into negative 2x.
Okay, so y equals negative 2 times x. What is x?
Negative 4.
Negative 4. What's negative 2 times negative 4?
8.
8. That's what it means to plug it in. Or plug and shove.
Why is it decimal?
No idea!
That was the weirdest game.
You said it was
You said that's the weirdest thing you've ever heard? In this class or wherever?
in this class? Wow.
Okay, go ahead. Do you have a question?
I'm talking about what? Snowball.
Yeah, I know.
Number 8, I just see rounded.
Yeah, no, I think this.
2.9.
I've always had this class.
All right. So let's check this out because you shouldn't have had to round.
This is what it is.
Okay. So on number 8, instead of getting y alone, we get x alone. And what am I going to replace x with? Y plus 1. I'm substituting in y plus 1 for x in the top equation.
1 plus 1.
That's what x equals.
I have a head.
Now what?
Maybe I'll finally get it.
Now what? Do the thing. Distribute.
Yeah. 4y plus 4, 9. Then you have to add like terms, right?
Right.
Never mind.
Never mind.
Just added like terms. Now we would.
Then you subtract.
Now
we would.
This is why, okay.
You want to do everything you can on both sides before, do everything on the left to simplify, do everything on the right to simplify, and then you start doing things to both sides.
Yeah, because what I normally do is I divide, and then I get like a negative number, well, then I get all confused.
Okay. So 13y equals 39, what's y? 3. Y is 3. Well, if y is 3, what's x?
Negative.
3 plus 1.
No, 4.
4.
Okay, I'm going to do a lot better.
I hope so. And then the bonus, look, someone said, that was the easiest bonus ever.
How many points was it?
1.
Oh,
It was worth a problem.
okay, I'm trying to score.
No, because like some of you got 3/4 of a point because you got 3 out of 4 blanks right. So a lot of it, no, not that many got everyone right. But how many solutions are there if the lines intersect?
3.
1.
Oh.
Not if the lines intersect.
Are you kidding? I had one. 3.
Okay. When the two lines have the same slope, how many solutions are there? Infinite. And the same y-intercept. Infinite. What if they have the same slope but different y-intercepts? And when lines intersect, we write the solution as an ordered pair.
So
That was on the practice test.
I only missed the first one because I wrote 3.
Okay. Hopefully that helps you. That's the end of the systems of equations test.
Goodbye.